Hello everybody, Patrick Glenn Nichols, Muscle Car Barn Finds. And today I got a really cool treat for you. A 1970 Chevelle that I've known about since, 25 years ago. This has always been one of my favorite L34 cars. Most of the guys who know me know that my first car was a red with black stripe L34 car that I have now in day 2 with a roller cam in it. Sounds good. It's got a black vinyl top, black interior. But this car here I've always told people my favorite L34 other than the car that I own, because back in the Chevellabration days, which would have been in the late 90s through the somewhere between the year 2000 to 2015, this car, I believe, stopped coming after like 2005. But I remember this car would go to the drag strip and it just ate the drag strip up. It was really what I considered a true muscle car, a car that looks correct, period correct, original engine, original transmission, original rear end, every piece of documentation you can think of. Red with red interior, L34. Really cool car. Single stage paint, and the car would run very low 8-second. It actually did get in the 7-second in the 8th mile, which is screaming. This is a screaming L34. So not long ago, I'd often wondered about where the car ended up. I knew it was in Nebraska somewhere, and I got wind of where the car was, and I made a purchase on the car just a few weeks ago. So now I own the car, which a few weeks ago I didn't even know where it was. Found out about it and made a purchase on it because the car had been come up for sale privately, and then that's how I come to find out about it. And I was like, I know the car. And of course, the guy who drag raced the car for years, didn't really know that I was the guy from back then. Now I'm Patrick, the guy that, all of that. He put it all together. But so anyways, we already knew each other. Cool story. So now I own it. I'll go around it and show you just really what a cool car. It's got about 60,000 original miles on it now. All original interior, all original body panels. The way the car shows up is exactly the way it is. No cowl induction, no power steering, no tacking gauges. My other car has all that. So it's kind of cool when the car shows up exactly the way it's supposed to be. And there's little to zero reproduction on this car at all, which is really right up my cup of tea. So we'll go around it. It's a Baltimore January 3rd week. I own a January 2nd week LS6. So really cool parts, original glass, all of that. So really cool red on red car. Of course, people know that I collect really cool wheels and tires, original paint, SS wheels and tires. So the car didn't come with these wheels and tires that you see. So it was cool, but not quite as cool as it is now. So here we go. Really straight body on this thing. And I'll lift the hood and I'll even start it for you. And then of course, I think the last time it was registered for the road in North Carolina was 89, but it's been in Nebraska the rest of the time, around the Lincoln, Nebraska area. And we'll go to the shots of the interior right off the bat. Got the parking lights on, but it just shows up exactly the way it is, man. Just a really cool original. Nothing in here is reproduction. Original dash, steering wheel, seats show just a little bit of wear. I got some NOS mats I may put in here for a little while, but look at the nice the door panels are. Manufactured by GM, sticker still in the door panel. Really neat car. And I'll even open the trunk for you as well. I think I'll show you the miles. I think it's 64,000. And there's a plaque that the individual used to use at the car shows that showed at the time it had 58,000. And like I said, every piece of documentation that you can think of was with this car. Bill of sale, build sheet, you name it, window sticker. Of course, that's my L34 Rat Tennessee tag, which is very fitting. So I have a couple of them from my other car. So I put it on there for the time being. And some of the stuff that came with the car. You can see this car was not a positive traction originally. Now it's a 373, I believe, positive traction. Of course, this car's got all good stuff in it. It's run, like I said, low 8-second quarter mile, like 1250. Shows here 1283 on his plaque for the car shows, but it actually did better than that at the time. The old Chevellabration Screamer, as I used to call it, the L34 Screamer. 58,000 original miles, number matching L34 1286, balance rotating assembly, hooker header, 750, crane solid lifter, a real similar to the build of my first car, the red with black stripe, black vinyl top. A lot of people see that I've done a burnout coming out of a pool hall on YouTube, which I still own my car. My car hits a little bit harder lick than this car. It's got a big solid roller where this has just got a solid, a little more sweet sounding. And this car has full exhaust and my first car does not. But here's to give you an idea of all the documentation. Now this is copies. And then down here where they have the engine dynoed, and then his best run of the 799 is right there. And then you can see the rest of the documentation. Just a beautiful car. I mean, all the metal, no rust at all ever on the car. Original rubber on the trunk, weather strip. I mean, this is kind of the, I mean, I like all 70 Chevelles, of course, but 70 Chevelles in this type of way is really my main cup of tea, because like I said, my first car was an L34. As you can see, no repo bumper pad on this car, but you see 99 out of 100 cars will have repo bumper pads, repo bumper, so forth and so on. All of the glass to the car, I believe this one's dated, you see 11/9, November of 69. And the back one is 8, I think August of 69. All the seat belts, original to the car. Really, really nice L34. You just don't come across much better. And I like automatic cars just as well as 4-speeds. They don't sell as well, but when it comes to high performance, especially a car, if you're gonna run down the drag strip a few times, the automatic just is easier on parts. It just is. Original fenders, you know, because the emblems, when they're right, they're just right, you know. They're just, a lot of times when guys have to drill those, they just don't get it right. Under the hood is just plain Jane, just the way you would think, just an L34 with a Holly and a Edelbrock. If I can get it open, I normally already have it open. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it and hold this phone at the same time. Maybe I can. I've done it in the past. Here we go. There we go, right there. Pretty much shows up the way it is. I may put original valve covers on it, may not. I may put original, maybe a 69 high-rise gas fuel line, because of course we have a high-rise. A 70 never had a high-rise. No cal induction, I'm gonna leave that alone. I wouldn't do any modifications. Like I said, I have cars that have all of that other stuff. But may I make it a little bit more stock looking, put the correct wires on it, probably so. And, you know, other than that, original valve covers, and that's about all I'm gonna do to this car that would make it look, you know, a little bit more period correct. And let's check out the cal tag like almost always I do. You can see the 13637 in the Baltimore, the B. Let's see, 784056. We can focus here. Of course, the infamous 788 red bucket seat interior, 7575 Cranberry upper and lower, and 01C, like I told you, and the rest are data processing figures. Yep, this bad boy is really, really cool. Original front bumper, straight as an arrow. So when it came up for sale, I pretty well knew I was going to buy it. And I love single stage paint cars as well. This car is painted probably pre-85, 80s for sure. And the paint is still very, very good. I mean, I would give it probably an 8.5 probably. Some flaws, but not a lot. Some people would say I would repaint. I don't know. You know, when you're talking about single stage paint, you know, it does want to crack a little bit here and there. Maybe a little place right here in the hood. That's right there, maybe right there. But all in all, for, you know, paint that is old as it is, you know, 35-year-old paint or so, and single stage, which of course, again, is my favorite. It just has the correct look. Base coat, clear coats are really good for what they do. They're just so durable, and they just, you know, the sun, having them in the sun doesn't hurt as much, so forth and so on. But the real look is single stage. And I do believe this is lacquer, not single stage urethane. A lot of people that take a really good trained eye to tell the difference between single stage urethane and single stage lacquer. So let's start this puppy up for you, like I know a lot of my viewers love. And the key warning buzzer works. Really good. Again, it's a solid lifter cam, where an L34 had a hydraulic cam. My L34 car, my first run down the drag strip, it actually had a hydraulic cam, like the way the car came, and it still run like an 812. The first run ever. I've only run my first car like 3 times down the drag strip, so it would be nip and tuck with this car. This is a 408, this is a 30 over, where actually my first car is still actually a 402. And now it has a big solid roller near like 680, almost 700 lift. But this sounds really sweet. I've already put some VP racing fuel in it, so it really loves that. It smells great. So yeah, I pretty well knew I could authenticate this one from the start. I've known it so long. Like I said, I watched it drag race all the way through 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, every year when he would show up. And when all the other cars are running a full second and a half slower than this car, and this car is more period correct than anything, this car was really showing people that didn't really know that much about Chevelles that these cars really are fast, and they really are muscle cars. That's the whole reason I was drawn to them as a kid, is because there's just nothing cooler. But then a lot of times during the restoration, guys, you know, would want less compression, less than what they actually were, and they just were not performing down the drag strip like a real period correct car will. And this is one of them, just like my first car. So love the red. I'm a big fan of black interior and black vinyl roofs as well. But red is just, I mean, it's just striking. You just can't say much more than that. So I'm Patrick Glenn Nichols, Muscle Car Barn Finds. This is the L34 Screamer from Chevellabration. Most of its life in Lincoln, Nebraska. I now own it, love the car. I have some people, close friend, brother, somebody else who really are on me about selling them the car. I don't know that I will or I won't at this point, but love the car. If you have a 70 Chevelle and you need your car authenticated and inspected for my public endorsement, please reach out for me, because my endorsement is doing well. I've saved a lot of guys from buying fake cars and help people sell their cars for really good money. So, you know, like, subscribe, share, and comment. I really appreciate all the participation on my page as usual. I'm Patrick Glenn Nichols. More videos on the way.